All righty. Happy Sunday, happy hockey. We are home again. Home game here, Hollydale Ice Arena, CDM side. Taking on the North Jersey Avalanche. We expect a hard-fought battle. It's been nothing but battles with this team, probably since they were 8. But certainly through the AY last year, the Avalanche coming into the final AYHL game against PHC 2015. It's their final game as well. Avalanche holding on to an unblemished AYHL record. They're 17-0. We played them 2 weeks ago up in their place, Ice House in Hackensack. Probably should have won that one. We had an egregious homer referee call of an overturned goal. Ended up losing in overtime to them. But hey, it's hockey. We expect fast-paced, back-and-forth battle the whole game. Hopefully we can match the intensity of the Avalanches. They're fighting for that perfect record. It's hard to do. They were our only loss last year in the AY, so let's see if we can return the favor and give them a mark in the regular season. Otherwise, we'll see them in the playoffs for sure. Again, we're a home team broadcast. Biased towards the PHC Cub. You might like what you hear, you might not, and that's okay. You can hop on over to Live Barn, watch for a fee if you don't want to listen to me. Referees have set the nets. They're putting the pegs in, doing the job right. And we're waiting for the boys and girl of PHC 2015 to take the ice. That's Coltman Williams, Ellie Shaw, Michael Winton. Ethan Nunez, Billy Maurer, Brady Carr. Dylan Pacelli, Max Anuccio. Johnny Gerberback, followed by Shane Zabarski. That's Pookie, Spittle, Rochi, and Fazio making the tunnel for them. So the boys have entered the ice. They'll be coming screen right to left. And Ellie Shaw with them in their home whites. The Avalanche will be coming screen left to right in their road blues. Trying to get the intel, but I think Coltman Williams may get the blue pink to start this one. He'll be patrolling and protecting it. Played a fabulous game against them last time we played them. Tried to will the team to a win. Here's the game, playing heavy, playing hard. Having a lot of fun. Trying to play, limit our mistakes. One thing I would love to see them do, trust their instincts, move the puck on that first read. Try to get that first pass. Take the take, not use the boards. Someone once told me we like to ring it around the boards. PHC. Like, can you hear? Likes to use the boards. That was our friends out in Pittsburgh that told us that. So rather than using the boards, I just watch the 16s. They stay off the boards. They try to make that first pass. Take the take. And then quickly get it back out into the center as they play off the boards and out into that center lane through the neutral zone as fast as possible. Minutes left in warm-ups. Hope we pick this pace up. We should be treating the warm-up as our first shift, right? Always get the puck, feel the puck, but the players got to hit the nets, got to break their sweat. It's got to be their first shift, so they enter with speed and that sweat broken. Ollie Shaw's in there, tending the blue paint right now, feeling the puck. Coltman Williams out in the neutral zone stretching. All right, Coltman Williams back in, getting a feel for that puck. He'll be tending, protecting. That blue paint for us. Harvey running left here. Pucks are starting to come in. They're taking their final laps. Teams will get into the respective nets. They'll fire themselves up or get their pucks up, and then they will head to the respective benches. All right. PHC gathering at their net. As the pucks are coming up. We'll go back to their bench. That's Coach Tom Bunting, who has been working with these guys for the last several months, trying to push the development. He's giving them what he wants to see. So he's firing them up. He's on the bench in the home game with us today against the Newark Jersey Avalanche. Telling him what he wants to see. And again, hopefully we can match intensity, get out there. Strike early, strike often. I love it when PHC tickles the twine several times on the day. If you're local, stop on down. Holler at us or in Sewell, New Jersey. Stop up top. Tell them Dan Spittle sent you. Dan Spittle's one of our largest fans. He's one of our biggest fans, I should say. Not largest. Long-time listener. Strong supporter. And we appreciate the support from Dan Spittle. So stop in Dunlop today. Tell him Dan sent you. We're starting with Spittle, Carl Putrero up front. Wheaton and Fazio on the back end. Colton Williams is in the blue paint. We're underway here. Puck is played out into the center. Fazio will collect it. He'll gain the zone. He fires that one into the far corner. Putrero will get there. Leaving the corner for Spittle. Back to Putrero. Putrero look to the far point. It's chipped out into the zone off of Avalanche stick, but Fazio will clear, get back, recover a good D-to-D to Winton. Winton will try to play it ahead, looking for Spittle. Avalanche outnumbering us along the boards. Putrero fights it off, chips it out in the neutral zone. Spittle puts the forecheck on. push back in. Gets out to Puchero. Josh Fazio will play the car. Carr plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle gains the line. Will drive wide. He leaves it in the soft ice for Puchero. Turns and fires. Big kick save made. Puchero will gain the puck. Will play it to Spittle. Spittle goes off the end wall back to Puchero. Puchero will walk it out in front. He plays for Spittle. Off the boost. Turns. Fires. Oh, big save made. Maurer will step and keep. They play it back out through the point that Maurer had vacated to keep. Now they play it down deep. Maurer will collect behind his own cage. He'll play it ahead for his partner, Shabarshi, who plays it up the boards. It's off of Gerbervek's feet. Gets back around where Maurer will collect it. He'll play it ahead to Pacelli, but the Avalanche jump the lane. They push it down in the corner. Pacelli will get down in the corner. He'll play it up the boards. Avalanche will collect. They'll go out to the point with it. They're going to load up. They're going to fire. Gets through. Blocker to side by Williams. Good rebound control as he gets it out into that open ice, and Gerbervek picks it up. Breaks it out. He'll load. He'll fire. Gets off a stick into the corner off the end boards. Roach is trying to come off the boards with it. Met by a blue stick, and it's pushed the other way. Fazio is going to get back. He'll put the chase on. They'll whistle this dead for an icing, so we'll come 200 feet the other way. 13:05 left in the first period. Nothing. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Avalanche goalie. Left for Puchero, tries to step through the lane. That puck is in the feet. Spittle gets it, trying to play it down to Puchero. The Avalanche will collect and chip it out the other way. So we'll come back down. Defensive zone draw on that ice. The defensive zone draw to the right of Coltman. Spittle, Minuccio, Puchero up front. Witten and Shane on the back end. Spittle ties up, but the Avalanche center will put it to the point. Good stick. Rebounds tucked back in the back of the net. So they got it through. It was deflected. It was settled down in front of the net. We lost that net fucking 10. I don't think we ever had it. And they just slid it in the back of the net. So the Avalanche will strike first. 12:37 left in the first period. Now we got Rochi, Pacelli, Carr out there. Maurer, Fazio. One back to Maurer. Maurer will go up to Fazio. Fazio plays it ahead to Carr. Carr gains the line, trying to chip through the feet. Rochi finds it. He'll keep it active in the corner. He'll pull up. Plays it towards the front of the net. Stick to side by the Avalanche. The Avalanche will put it off the end boards. Roach will get pressure on it. They put it up the boards. Fazio collects. He's pressured. They chip that one past in, but he'll get back. He'll recover. Put it off the end walls for Maurer. Maurer will turn with it. He's ridden off the puck. Pacelli gets it, leaves it up the wall. But the Avalanche step down. They play it back across. Fazio's in the lane. He collects it. He's going to join the rush. He'll cross the red. He'll skate it into the blue. Loses his footing. Plays it ahead. Roach is trying to find it. It's bouncing around. Gets into the corner. Avalanche will reverse behind their own net. Maurer will step. Roach gets back above it to keep it active. Carr will put pressure on. Now they chip it out. Fazio gets back. He'll go 85 feet to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to turn. Get his toes up. He'll get it deep. Avalanche pick it off at the top of their circle. Carr will put the forecheck on. Force him back out in the neutral zone. Spittle will ride this one off, and they'll force him to play it deep. Avalanche beat us to the puck, but on second effort, Zavarsky collects it. He leaves it for Gerbervek. Gerbervek one touches the Spittle. Spittle trying to play it back across. It hits the boots of a defender. Gets out into the neutral zone where Gerbervek will fight through some body checks, but he leaves it. Luckily, the Avalanche couldn't gain control, but Puchero does. He gets his toes up. He's across the blue. He's driving in. He drops it. Nunez collects at the blue line. He fires it in. It gets through. Rebounds there. Put it back off the end boards. Play back behind the net. Gerbervek to Puchero. Puchero back to Gerbervek. Gerbervek steps out in front. Big stop made Hey, right read though, good puck movement, steps out, recognizing he had a free path to the net. The goaltender just stayed square, made a big stop. So we have an offensive zone draw to the left, the Avalanche goalkeeper. Now we got Roach, Nuccia, Caselli, Witten, and Fazio. We're running a 7-5 rather than an 8-4, so there's no continuity on the lines. We continue to change our pairings. Nuccia trips a player who will go to the box. And if we've learned anything, we've got to stop going to the box. Yesterday, a lot of power play strikes. All season power play strikes. We don't want a party to break out in there. So 10:29 left in the first period. We go man down. We got Spittle and Carr up front. Fazio and Witten on the back end. It's one to the unmarked man. You get played back up to the point, they'll force it back down. Carr gets a stick on it. He'll circle around, play it back up the center, looking. That's offsides. So he was trying to stretch the ice to Spittle. Gets out in the neutral zone, played back in. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Wins this to the sideboards, and then push back where Fazio will collect. He'll play it out, and then the neutral zone for Spittle. Spittle plays it ahead to Carr. Carr chips it into the zone, put the pressure on, chips it down the boards. Where Spittle then gets above it, he reads it. He'll hit and pin along the boards, trying to tick some seconds off. Carr will get in there, he'll find it. He'll walk it out, finds Fazio at the point, back down the wall, moving that puck around. Spittle collects it, he'll pin. Just trying to click some time off of it. He's winning the 2-on-1 battle, but now they're going to come out with it. We got numbers. Spittle lifts a stick. Carr picks it off, trying to get back to the red line. It's played forward, but the Avalanche ship it back forward. Fazio will kick it forward. Spittle will collect it. He'll play it into the zone. Gerbervac coming off the bench, trying to get across to cut that one off as Spittle was putting the forecheck on. Spittle finds it, collects it, trying to put it back towards the net. He'll pull up to go complete the change. It's played out. Shaner will step and keep at the blue line. Lally pops it back in. We kill that penalty off? No. We have Max Roach. Max Roach replacing Declan Spittle. So we got Roachy and Gerbervac up front, Maurer and Shaner on the back end. There's 6 clicks on the penalty. Wins it to Gerbervac. Gerbervac puts it on net. It's paddled aside by the Avalanche goalkeeper. Avalanche collect, and now they're going to try to stretch the dice, but they fumble the puck. Roach collects it. He's driving down the wall with full strength. Plays it out in front, off the pads. Avalanche will collect it and turn it up. Coming back the other way. Shaner's going to step to this one. He's got one coming, but he'll use his net. And now he'll reverse it up the boards where Pacelli's camped out for it. Tries to chip forward, but the Avalanche chip it back, but he collects it on second effort. He gets out in the neutral zone. He drives across the red, trying to play it out in the soft. The headman, he reads it, picks it off. He's hauled down. Roach goes top bunk. So, Joey Pacelli moving his legs, following it up, keeping on it, and consistent all the way up the ice. Slides it across to Max Roach, and no doubt about it, Roachy's going to pick some corners. We've seen him do that. He goes top bar. Top bunk. Biggles the twine. 8:24. It's 1-1. Pucciarero, Spittle, and Nuccia up front. Witten and Nunez on the back end. Spittle wins it across. Witten will collect. We'll hang on to that. Now plays it out into the center seam. Pucciarero tried to one-touch the Spittle, but it bounced off the stick, and it gets played back in, but no icing. Nunez will collect this one. He'll reverse it to Witten. Witten trying to turn up with it. He'll play it to Nuccia. Nuccia finds Spittle. Spittle trying to forward it to Pucciarero. Unable to connect, and the puck's bouncing around. Spittle kicks it forward. Avalanche will regroup it and play it back. Nunez is going to try to step and keep. It'll leak past him, but Winton calls him off, collects the puck. He'll leave it for Nooner. Nooner will put that first touch to Poutrero, who reverses it across ice to Winton. Winton will turn up, play it up the center seam. Avalanche will collect at the red line. They'll turn and try to play it back in. Cut off by Logan. He's tripped. Arm's got to go up, and it does. So we'll go to the Dunlop's Dude Up. Brought to you today by Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Tell them Dan Spittle sent you. So we're going to go Roche between Carl and Pacelli. Maurer and Fazio on the end, back end. They'll try to set this up, try to exploit some extra time and space. Roche wins it back to Fazio. Fazio will look to set up. We'll put it down the wall to Pacelli. Pacelli back to Fazio. Little quarterback from the top. He throws it in. Hits off the skates. Hits to the corner where Carl will settle down. He'll look to play it out to Fazio. Gets it through. Fazio looks. Plays it to Roche on the sideboards. Leaks past. They play it up, but it's kept in by Fazio. Fazio will walk. Will throw it towards the net. Pacelli's there. Rebounds there. Flat. Roche puts it back. Carr tries to find it in the feet. Leaves it for Roche off the far pad. Avalanche collect. Fazio will regroup it out in the neutral zone. We tag up. He'll put it back in, and now you got to go get it. Roche's going to get it. Carl will try to get above it and seal it off on the boards. Kept in by Maurer. Played back down around the end boards. Pacelli tries to get there. He's got Roche in support. He leaves it for Roche. Avalanche recover and put it up the boards where Fazio will sneak in. Throws it towards the net. Carr tries to stick it in. Cut off by the Avalanche, but Pacelli deadens it. He plays it off the boards to Fazio. He turns and fires. Stick to side by the Avalanche. Played out. Out in front. Fazio, the flash, trying to get back. He gets a stick on it and pokes it into the corner. That's Joshua James, the flash Fazio. Good effort fighting back to stop the scoring opportunity. Now he stretches the ice to Roche. Roche has his burst of speed. He's across. He's got Poutrero driving center lane. He'll get back behind the net. He'll turn around. He tries to wrap it around. Rebound did not come out as the goaltender squeezed it off. Held on to that one. Eight seconds left on the man up. We got Gerbebeck, Poutrero, Spittle, Witten, and Shaner on the back end. Spittle's going to try to win this one back to Shaner. Puck is dropped. He gets it to Newton. Witten. Sorry, I said Newton. Wrong team. We have a Newton on Gracie's team on the Junior Rebels. But that was Mike Witten, our Jersey barrier, firing one in. So 4 clicks left on the man up. Spittle will try to reset and redo the same thing. Going to put this one back. It hits the skates of the referee and then off an Avalanche and puck battle on the boards. Poutrero plays it back to Winton. Winton will walk. Will play it back down to Poutrero. We're back to even strength. Poutrero cuts across the top of the house. Runs into his defenseman, and then the Avalanche collected, and they're coming the other way. Shano will try to keep him outside the dots. It's played in. Off a Winton stick. Williams stays squared, covered it up. No whistle. So there was a lot of extracurriculars there. Played in. Williams was able to stay. The pads and the paddle flush to the ice. Keep that one out of the back of the net. My heart rate went up a little bit, and I'm not a goalie dad. Roche and Nutsiuk, Pacelli up front, Maurer, Fazio on the back end. It's tied up. Nutsiuk digs it out of the pile. Avalanche stepped on the wall where Fazio rides him off and Roche collects it. He plays it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli's across the red. He's going to drive down that wall. He'll pull up, looking for the late man. He gets Roche on the center, who turns and fires. It bounces through, gets on. Nutsiuk will collect it. He'll play it to Pacelli. Pacelli off the end wall. Nutsiuk plays out in front for Roche. Unable to get solid wood on it. It gets into the corner. Played up the wall. Played back out. And the Avalanche coming in, but we have back support and Maurer back to defend. That's fired in. Williams blockers to the side. Roche collects. He'll play it up the wall to Nutsiuk. He plays it into a shin pad of a Avalanche, and they collect and play it back forward. So we'll get it back behind the net. Fazio will call off Maurer. He'll leave it for Maurer. Maurer will play it ahead to a Nutsiuk. Nutsiuk's going to try to play it out into that center seam. Fazio able to collect it and play it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli will put it off the wall. Pull up for a line change, and the Avalanche are trying to catch us in that live change. They stretch it. They'll drive wide, enter the line. Nunez, Spittle, and Pucciarello do a good job getting 85 feet from the bench to cut that one off. Shaner will go off the glass. Karen's back out. Spittle able to collect it and put it out in the neutral zone. So now we have Spittle, Carr, and Pucciarello up front. Pucciarello reads it. He picks it off. Trying to play it back across. Carr puts the forecheck on. Spittle collects it and then plays it deep. So Pucciarello will get it in. Carr will try to get it on the boards. Trying to work off the boards. He leaves it for Pucciarello. Pucciarello steps out. He's hauled down. No trip. Goes far side. Shaner will wind up fire. Gloved and held onto by the Avalanche goalkeep. Pucciarello stepped off the boards. I thought it was a little bit of a trip. Nothing called. As he was locked and loaded. If you're watching, just tuning in, 1-1, first period, 3:54. Spittle, Carr, Pucciarello, Shaner, and Nooner on the back end. Spittle will win this one. The Pucciarello leaves it out to the point for Shane. Shane will fire us in. It's tipped by Spittle. Gets into the corner. Will collect it. We'll go across the end boards where Pucciarello will try to seal it off. It's played out in front. The Avalanche collect, and now they're coming the other way. We'll drive down. Nunez keeping them outside that dot line. Rides them into the corner. They chip it off the sidewall. Shane will leave it around the wall. Carr will collect. Finds Pucciarello leaking out into that neutral zone. He plays it across the Spittle. Hops over his stick. Avalanche are going to pick it up and come the other way. Nunez will hold the dot lines. That's fired in. Williams sees it clearly. Gloves it, hangs onto it. Bouncing pucks. If we could settle them, we might be getting some numbers going the other way. So just stay consistent. Stay on it. Heavy on those touches. 3:14 left in the first period. Defensive zone draw to the left of Williams. We got Rochi, Gerbevec, Baselli up front. Witten and Fazio on the back end. Shipped across. Rochi will collect it. Chip it up the boards where Gerbevec will collect. He'll play it down from the long side of the red line. That'll be an icing. We'll come 200 feet. Take an extra stride there. We'll probably get it deep with no icing. But he felt the pressure. He puts it deep. Comes 200 feet for an icing. Now we'll flip sides. It's a defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. Same crew out there. Rochi wins as a sideboard. Gerbevec collects it, loses an edge. Avalanche will recover, put it down the wall. Fazio was there to contain, but they play it back across top of the house. Kicked aside into the corner. Directed with the paddle by Williams. Leaks up the boards. It's kept. They walk down the center. They turn. They fire. Kicked aside. Controlled into the corner again. Witten will step to this one in the near corner. Avalanche try to chip past them. Baselli will collect it. He'll turn back up. Goes off the boards. Kept in on the blue line. Fazio will collect. He'll go hard off the boards, finding Gerbevec above the red line. He drags past. Gets into the corner. Roach is going to pursue. Gets to that puck. He'll turn out on the forehand. He goes to the front of the net. Paddle to side. Puck's bouncing. But stick to side and stick to head by the Avalanche. The Avalanche will drive in. They'll dump it deep as they get to that red line, so the icing will be waved off. Witten will get back behind the cage. He'll play it to Fazio. Fazio trying to play it out into the center. Gets through, out into the neutral zone where the Avalanche will collect. They'll try to come back up near side. They'll collect it. They'll fire it in. South of the red line again. No icing. Now they'll challenge to get to that puck. Witten buries someone on the arm, goes up. So we'll go back to the man down. Size difference there. But if we lead with the shoulder, you lose the race of the puck, you lead with the shoulder. They're going to call body check, as they have often this season. Competitive contact is what they call it under Bantam. But the rule is you got to play the puck, and then you can play body. You cannot lead with the shoulder and initiate the contact before the puck. Otherwise, that's body checking. And you're not allowed to do that until you're 14U. Still a few years away from that. Spittle, Pucciarello, Shaner, and Maurer called upon to kill this one off. Defensive zone draw to the left of Williams. It's one back behind the net. Maurer will collect. He'll play it ahead to Pucciarello. Gets past him at the boards, but he collects it, and he rings it hard. It's tipped, but they will still call an ice. I thought the Avalanche... Oh, the Avalanche defender tipped it. But he'll come back down. That's another rule you probably heard me explain. the upper levels of USA Hockey, as it gets closer to the junior NCAA pro level, they are allowed to dump it on the penalty kill. But that's not until 15U. They call the icing. So play continues. Maurer wins it to Pucciarello. Pucciarello will stretch this ice. That's high stick. But it's played out front. Spittle's got a step, so he's going to play it. It'll negate the high stick. Gets inside. That's it. He goes. South pump. Short-handed goal. Wawa. Bogey Fest breaking out here. That's another Wawa shorty. We might need to get a sponsor for our penalty kill today. Good look by Logan Pucciarello. Attacking with speed. Playing aggressive. You flip the ice 85 feet, you're going to create a lot of lanes. So we remain man down for 54 seconds, but PHC just tickled the try for the second time today. 1:11 left in the first period. We got Rochi and Uchiuk, Fazio and Nuna. Fazio collects it as Rochi won that one back cleanly. Fazio will play it off the boards, and Uchiuk tries to get to it. Avalanche chip pass, but Rochi collects and puts it back out in the neutral zone. That's offsides. And Uchiuk's knocked off it down to his knees. Fazio will collect it. He'll go back behind the net with it. We were close enough where we probably wanted to play that out, as we could hear the bench yelling hard out. So Avalanche collect, they load up, they fire, it gets through, blocker to side by Williams. Fazio collects, he's going to skate this one out, and now they'll try to play it ahead. Avalanche will deaden it. They'll play it back forward, try to come back into the zone with numbers. They'll play it back in. Not one save, but two saves made. Third one got off the side of the net, but the Avalanche try to wrap it around. They play it out in front, and Ishik loses it, but gets back up and wears it. Now trying to find it. They play it back forward. Fazio will collect this one. Play it ahead. They're trying to collect it. Pacelli trying to get out of the zone. The Avalanche will walk back in with it. Good tie-up, good challenge by Pacelli. They turn it fire. Paddle aside by Williams. That'll get off the end glass. 3, 2, 1. Horn will sound. We'll go into the first intermission with a 2-1 lead. Stay with us. We'll be back for about 120 seconds for second period action. All right, we're back for second period action. Williams will take the crease at the far end. We're killed off that penalty right before the period came to an end. So we're back, even strength. We got Spittle, Carr, Pucciarello, Witten, and Fazio. Start this one off 5-on-5. Spittle wins it back to Witten. And we'll open up. We'll play it ahead down that center seam. It gets passed into the zone where the Avalanche will play it ahead. But Witten reads it. He jumps the line. He joins the rush. Gets inside the dots. He's got Spittle with him. Stick decided in the corner. They play it across. Fazio will step in. He'll play it back in. It gets wide, but keeps it active where Spittle will collect. Spittle kicks past. Carr will come in to try to help him. Carr chips it forward off the skates. He tries to turn and play it out in front. It bounces around where Spittle will stick it into the corner. Carr will get back there. He's trying to play it out in front. They play it up the boards. It's kept in by Fazio. Fazio's trying to walk it. He's met by some challenges. He'll play it back down. Spittle will collect it. He'll play it over across in front looking for Pucciarero. Leaks out to that sideboards. Where he'll take a good path to the puck and put a shoulder into a player. Carr gets above it. Plays it deep. Catch Pucciarero. Puccierero's trying to step off the board. It's poked into the corner. He plays it out in front looking for Spittle, but the Avalanche get in the lane. They'll come out the other side. They'll come back. Carr will surf it. They'll try to stretch the ice. Pacelli coming off the bench will now challenge this one. Puts it ahead. Fazio's there to challenge at the blue line. Pacelli's trying to collect it. It's in his feet. He's trying to drag it out in the neutral zone. We're bunched up. Avalanche push it forward where Shaner will collect. Shaner plays it ahead looking for Carr at the blue line. Gets past him. The Avalanche will collect. Carr's trying to win it off the boards. He pushes it deep. It hits the shin pads, and he plays it out in the center seam for Spittle, who leave it for Pacelli. Pacelli tries to drive down. Carr and Spittle get into the bench. Now Pacelli does some dangles. He gets into the corner. He'll reverse back up. He finds Gerbeck. Gerbeck walks down. He'll get behind the net. He'll drive behind. Plays it out in front looking for Rochi. Stick the side, but Gerbeck collects. He leaves it at the point for Shane. Shane takes the wrist shot. Changes directions on the way in. Goaltender stayed with it. Gerbeck collects it. Plays it back across. It'll get to the sideboard where Rochi will collect it. He'll turn and go. Plays it out in front looking for Pacelli. Gets under the stick. Play back out. Gets past Shaner's stick at the point, but he'll collect it. Calmly recover. Get back across the red line. He'll get into the blue line. Push it deep, and now Rochi's going to put it on. Pacelli's going to get above it. Forced him to play it back across. Now Gerbeck puts the forecheck on. They'll go out. Off the boards. It gets out in the neutral zone. Shane will collect it. He'll step back down the boards. Lets him get on sides and gain the line. But the Avalanche fight through it. Maurer does a good job surfing the play there. Gerbeck's back to help. Rochi picks it up. He's met by a sweep check, but fights through it. Gets it out in the neutral zone. Tripped, but they don't call it. Play is continuing. That's push forward. Maurer will collect it just inside his own blue line. He'll play it ahead. Play it down. He'll whistle that for an icing. As the referee had to hurdle the puck. So we'll go 200 feet for a defensive zone draw. 12:05 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Spittle, Benuciuk, Pucciarero, Nunez, and Fazio. Nunez is tied up there. Spittle's there to help. Let's push back around. Nunez will go hard around the boards. Pucciarero chips past. Gets out into that neutral zone. Benuciuk's trying to close the gap. Chipped up the wall. Leaks behind us. Avalanche push it forward, but Nunez is there to win the blue line. Spittle's there, low and slow in support. Collects it. Finds Pucciarero out in the neutral zone, but hops over the stick. Gets through. Has a D to D. They'll come back up the near wall. Pucciarero challenges. Benuciuk will collect. He's trying to drive it into the zone. Pushes it in the Avalanche zone, but the Avalanche collect. They get it back out into the center quickly. They're going to come through. Good stick lift by Spittle. Spittle will get a stick on it. He'll collect it. Gets out in the neutral zone. Chips past. And now Puccierero's in a foot race to the puck. Trying to drag past. Good stick by the Avalanche. Benuciuk following it up. Trying to push it deep. Spittle's there to help. Leaves it for Fazio at the point. Gets wide. Pucciarero will collect on the half wall. He's going to drive. He's on the forehand. Gets around. Keeps it. Plays it to Fazio. Fazio will walk. Loads. Fires. Trying to tip it with Spittle. Gets past. The Avalanche collect. They'll play it out. Puccierero's there to read it. Keep it deep. Now Benuciuk will get in on the forecheck. Push it up the wall where Pucciarero will collect. Drags it to Spittle. Spittle's going to drive down. Benuciuk gets on it. It's played up the wall. Avalanche will ice it. Is it going to have enough legs? They're going to wave it off. They wave it off as Joshua James, the flash Fazio, able to get back there. But he stretches the ice to Pacelli. But it's going to get past. So we'll come 200 feet. They were in a line change. They were south of the blue line, so they were trying to get back on and time it. Pacelli's tapping his chest saying, it's me, but it was all a timing play. They had to get on sides. They had to get there. So now we got Rochi, Carr, Pacelli up front. Shaner, Winton on the back end. Sully will collect this one. He'll ride him off on the long sideboards. Shane tries to chip past. It's going to be played across. Barr will step back. Will collect it off the boards. He's going to turn with it. He'll get back onto his forehand. Come around the net. He makes the pass to Pacelli. That's going to be down for an icing. So we'll come back 9:59 to the right side of Williams for a defensive zone draw. Same personnel. Roach will win this one. The Pacelli chips fast. It's kept it on the second effort by the Avalanche, but the third effort, Pacelli gets it down the neutral zone. Carr gets in the lane, deadens it, leaves it for Winton. Winton will join the rush. He's across the blue. He's down the center seam. Will get pushed outside the dots. Tries to throw it back across the goal mouth. It's paddled aside. Carr will keep it the point. He'll go across to Pacelli. Pacelli will walk down the wall, collect it at the hash marks. Turns and fires it towards the net. Roach puts the rebound back on net. Fought off by the Avalanche goalkeeper. They put it up. Shaner will walk. He'll keep it. Roach collects. Carr tries to stuff it. Looking for the back play, but they're saying high stick. I don't think he touched it. I'm going to make a joke here. I don't even know if Roach can get the stick out of him. That was Dylan. All right. My joke's not funny. I'm just kidding. Max Nasty brings it all the time. I don't think he tipped it, but they blow it dead. I think it was Dylan, actually. Fazio plays it ahead to Gerbeck. Gerbeck will skate it out. He'll draw attention. Leave it for Spittle. Spittle will enter the line. Pucciarera is going to drive center lane. Spittle's looking. He plays it in. Save made by the goaltender. Avalanche will collect the rebound. Look to come out the other way with it. They'll play it out in the neutral zone. Maurer will collect it. He'll play it ahead for Pucciarera. Pucciarera is going to collect it off the boards. Step in the zone. It's met by a back checker. Spittle's there to chip it down the boards, but the Avalanche fight through. Poke it ahead. They get out in the neutral zone, and Maurer loses his stick in the process of hauling that man down. So we'll go man down for a chip. Just, he was trying to step on the play. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing egregious. But we go man down. He was trying to really make a play. Stick got caught in the legs. 8:42 left in the second period. Max Roach, Dylan Pacelli, Winton, and Nunez. The Avalanche set up. They load. They fire it in on Williams. Nooner's pushed down, and the Avalanche will take a penalty. So we'll go 4-on-4. Good effort by Ethan Nunez. We oftentimes say that hustle and moving the feet in pursuit of the puck does not get put on the score sheet. But you draw a penalty, it evens us up, and we'll go 4-on-4. Four-on-four hockey. Pucciarera coming on the forehand shot. Spittle's trying to win it to him. The Avalanche go back into the corner with it. They're going to ring it around the wall. Fazio will read it. He'll step. He'll keep. He walks. Puts it back down the wall. Walks it in. Plays it back out to Shaner. Shaner's in the center. He loads. He fires. Kick down. It was Johnny Talaricio. Sacrificing the body. But Fazio collects him, put it in. And it gets in the back of net. They're going to call it a high stick. I'll make the joke here, too. I don't know. Pucciarera, he's at the crossbar with it. So this will come down 200 feet rather than a goal. They say it was played in with a high stick. You do not go to the box, but the offending team has to come down and take a defensive zone draw. much like an icing, hand pass, whatever you do with those infractions. So now we got Pacelli, Roche, Fazio, and Shane are still on the back end. The Avalanche will step in, they'll throw it in, paddled aside by Williams. Pacelli will collect, he's going to skate, gets across the blue, gets across the red, he's still got it, he's driving in, gets to the dots, he's going to turn up, play it to the point, but it hits the stick of the Avalanche. Shaner will collect, he'll play it across to Fazio. Fazio's going to walk, gets inside the circles, he fires, it hits Pacelli. Roche tries to chip it in, taken down in the process, but Fazio finds Roche back door. Roche goes back in, plays it. Big save made by the Avalanche goalkeeper. He was moving left to right and then had to push back to the left. Caught the lollipop with the glove. Can of corn? Is that a can of corn? Not so high. So that was a Spittle, Pucciarello, Witten, and Nunez. Still 4-on-4 for another 17 seconds. And then we'll have 18 seconds maybe to make something happen. Avalanche chip it out, gets into the neutral zone past Witten. They're going to drive wide. Nunez is there. Good surf. Gets it into the corner. Spittle will turn with it. We'll try to stretch Pucciarello. He finds Zanuccio coming off the bench and replaced him out of the box. Zanuccio fires. Goaltender was out of the crease. That's where we want to recognize and make a move on the deep. He fires it in. Save made. Play continues. Now the Avalanche are back to full strength. Witten has it. He'll turn towards the center. Now the Avalanche are going to go 3-on-1 the other way. And Nuccio and Spittle do their best to get back, but they play across. Luckily out in front. It gets into the corner. Nunez will chip it around. Nunez collects it. Leaves it for Witten, who chips it forward. Gets past the Avalanche. There's going to be no icing, as there should have been a play on that one. So there's no icing. Spittle gets there. He collects it. He's going to turn. He finds Pucciarello. Pucciarello loads up, fires off the end boards. Shaner's going to step and try to keep this one. He gets there first. He'll play it in off the end boards. Pucciarello's going to collect far side. He'll chip it off the wall to himself, then turn the plate out in front. Spittle will leave it for him. Go back to Spittle. Gets out to the point. Mauer loads. He fires. It changes directions. Goaltender makes a save. It's loose. Spittle collects. Drives down the end wall. He's looking for help. Plays it back across for a neutral, trying to win it out in front. Avalanche stick it aside. They get it out to the wall. They get it off the wall. Gets out in the neutral zone where Shaner will collect. He'll come far side. He'll put it off the wall. Pucciarello will play it in. Spittle putting the forecheck on. Avalanche slow it down, get it out in the neutral zone. Shaner's going to go find Pacelli, who was placing. He's down sides. He collects it. He's going to drive across the top of the house. It bounces through. Stick the side at the end, but Pacelli will collect it. Put it down in the corner. Spittle's trying to find it. It's played out in front. Carr's looking for it. The goaltender covers it up. And then they blow the whistle. Pacelli and Carr were on the scene, getting bodies to the net as the puck went there. Goaltender had it the whole time. Delayed whistle. Probably should have been blown a little sooner. So while the offensive zone draw to the goaltender's right, we got Roche, Pacelli, Carr up front. Fazio and Witten, or Fazio, sorry, and Nooner. Witten wears 77, Nooner wears 17, so I saw the shoulders. Fazio and Nooner on the points. In the corner, Carr's trying to collect it. He chips it out in front, looking for Pacelli. Pacelli turns with it, fires off the post and in the back of the net. There we go. Heavy on the puck, standing to the net. Circling the try. As he does his best work from right out in front of the net. There we go. He's going to go down. They're all going to go down. Celebrate with Coltman. Carr heavy on the touch. Roche did his job off the face-off. They're playing heavy. They're playing hard. They're having a little fun. But listen, this is a long hockey game. It's 3-1. 5:12 left in the second period. We need to fire up, keep the pressure. Let's go. There we go, PHC. Gerbevec, Pucciarello, Spittle up front. Witten and Shaner on the back end. Gerbevec will collect this one. He'll try to put it up the wall. It's off the glass. Avalanche collected the point. We have all three forwards on the same board, so the Avalanche chip past. We'll walk it back out in front, stick the side by Shaner. Shaner's fighting off one, fights off two, tries to push it up the wall. Gerberbeck's going to turn and go up. Out into the center seam, he chips past. Now we got a 3-on-2 development if we can hurry. Gerberbeck's going to get to the dots. He loads up, he fires. Had two with him. Pujare's going to collect it. He gets knocked off it. Avalanche collector trying to come it the other way. It's stick the side, stick down by Spittle. We'll get back above it. We'll push it down the wall. Gerberbeck gets it back above it. Spittle now comes off the wall with it. He's going to take the center seam. He plays it to Pucciarero. Pucciarero's going to turn up. He's going to fire towards the net. Collect it and play it aside by the Avalanche defender, and now they're coming the other way. Witten will challenge at the blue line. They'll fire it in wide of Williams' net. He'll paddle it into the corner, allowing Shane to get there. He'll turn and get back onto the forehand. He'll play it around the boards, looking for Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck kicks it back to his skates. Plays it out for Spittle. Spittle wins it. Plays it ahead. He'll drop past this one, looking for Shane. He collects it. He's going to get to the red line. He's going to find Spittle far side. Spittle collects it. Trying to chip it past, but Avalanche getting that seam. Witten's there to get it deep. Pucciarero puts the forecheck on. It's played out in front. Spittle collects. He drags past one. Trying to play it back across. Collects it himself. Plays down in front. It's paddled aside. It'll get out the point where Maurer will collect. He walks down the sidewall. Plays it across in front. Far pad. Rebound was flat. Fazio collects it. He'll turn and try to go back to her. Spittle will get it in the corner. He's trying to find Pucciarero sitting off that back post. But now it's coming the other way. Maurer's going to open up. The Avalanche are going to walk down. He's trying to keep him outside the dots. He fires it in. Williams makes the save. Pacelli on the back check. Collects it. Plays it ahead for Pucciarero. Pucciarero finds Roche on the forehand. Roche is going to drive wide. He walks past one, walks past two, loads up, fires off the mask. Pacelli's at the front of the net. He fires it. He puts it on the back of the net. That's Dan Pacelli, everyone. The money man. Good job. Good find across the ice. To find Max Roach. Roach puts it off the mask, and Pacelli gets right down that center lane and buries it. Tackles the twine for the fourth time today. PHC 4-1. Now we got Gerberbeck, Anuccio, Roche up front. Nooner and Witten. And the timeout is called by the Avs. As 2:56 left in the second period, but the lead is extended to 3, so he wants to regroup hit reset, calm the nerves, and get his team back to playing hockey. So teams will gather up at the bench. That's Coach Tom Bunting collecting our guys at the bench, giving them instructions, understanding what they want to do, showing them on the board. Michelle Maurer on the ones and twos. Huh? I forgot my dancing shoes. Oh, yeah. But Michelle Maurer on the ones and twos. Playing some good club music. Is this Daft Punk? Is it Daft Punk? Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm going to go with. So is this Daft Punk? I'm probably going to get copyright for that. We're just playing overhead music as the kids are in the timeout. It's all paid for through a Pandora subscription. Roche, Anuccio, Gerberbeck, Witten, and Fazio out there coming out of the timeout. Max wins it back to Witten. Witten will step again. The red line, he'll put it deep. Gerberbeck's going to get on his horse. He tries to get into town first. Avalanche will play it back to the near boards. Cut off by Anuccio. Will play it into the corner. Johnny's going to get to it. He'll leave it for Anucciok. Anucciok turns, tries to find Rochi. Puts it on just wide. Good puck movement. Gerberbeck gets above it. Anucciok trying to win it down the boards. Avalanche will chip it out in the neutral zone. Witten's there to collect it. Fazio will get back in the center lane, but then surfed across. Rochi there, coming back through the middle. Keep it out of harm's way. Leaves it ahead where Fazio collects it. He's going to play it ahead to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck's got Anucciok with him. Will play it across. Anucciok's in all alone. Can't handle the pass on the backhand. It gets into the corner. He's outnumbered, but Gerberbeck will get in there to help. Rochi in the right place. Cuts that one off. Now we'll step in to help him. Rochi trying to collect. Step off the boards with a stick to side. Avalanche will play it the other way. And drive past Maurer. Gets enough of the body where Fazio is able to get there. They play it back out, but that passes to Rochi. Rochi trying to find Pucciarello. They're going to play this one in. It's going to be off sides. All hockey sides. As Fazio and the Avalanche were tied up, trying to get back to their feet in that far corner. So we'll have a neutral zone draw just outside PHC defensive zone right in front of the Avalanche bench. We got Spittle, Quintrero, Carr, Nunez, Maurer on the back end. Puck is dropped. One back to Nunez. We'll leave it for Maurer. Maurer will play it back to Nooner. Nooner goes up the sideboards. Quintrero plays the Spittle. Spittle's got Carr driving back door. Plays it across. Carr gets it in on net as it got off the stick of the defender. Good look by Declan Spittle. They get the puck to the net. They're getting pucks out in the space, hitting the lanes. I'm a kid in the candy shop. I love passing. I love it. Spittle's taking this offensive zone draw to the left of the Avalanche goalkeeper. They win it back to Maurer. Maurer will play it D to D. Nunez is going to rip from the dots. He turns and fires. Stick to side by the goaltender. It's going to be wrapped around. Carr's trying to get there. We'll turn with it, drive down the wall. Plays it back out in front, but the Avalanche will collect it up behind the net. Spittle gets back above it. They're going to go back behind the net. Now Carr will try to read it. Collects it, puts it off the end board, trying to win it to Pucciarello. Pucciarello collects, trying to play it back to Carr. Gets up off the glass past him. So now we got to get back. Attack through the middle. Spittle gets above it. He deadens it. He trying to gain the line. They stay on sides. They say we. Our fans say at the blue line, say it was good. As they got the leg in the air. They're allowed to straddle. We had a party breaking out right there, though. All three forwards were inside the dots there. Try to spread out next time. Now we got Rochi, Pacelli, Gerberbeck up front, Winton, and Shaner on the back end. Pacelli will chip it in. Put the forecheck on. It's played back across. Gerberbeck will collect it in the center. Tries to turn, drag through. He's bodied up, but he stays on it, gains the line with his big frame of his, forcing them to regroup in their zone. They play it up the center. Pacelli's on the back check. Winton's there to contain, knowing he has help. The Avalanche will pull up outside the dots. They'll play it back across. Skips over backdoor stick. Collected by Shaner. We'll put up the wall. It's going to be kept in by the Avalanche defender. They play it in on Williams. He makes the save. Puck's bounced around. Cleared aside by Rochi. Gerberbeck collects it. He'll get it out into the neutral zone. 3, 2, 1. Williams will stop it. Play it to Shaner, and they'll chip it back out. The horn will sound. End to 2. We go into the intermission. Hanging on to a 4-1 lead. Stay with us. We'll be back for the final 15 on the AY regular season. All right, we're back for third period action. Hopefully you're enjoying this Sunday tilt. There's 15 minutes left. Yeah. Yep. All right, we're back for third period action. We got Spittle, Nuccio, Pucciarello, Fazio, Maurer on the back end. Williams takes the crease to my right. PHC hanging on to a 4-1 lead. 15 minutes left in the AY regular season. We need to possess the puck, keep the pedal to the floor, and play our hockey. Fazio will get there. He'll collect it. He'll go D to Maurer. Maurer's going to turn with it. He'll play it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello exits the zone. He plays it back across the setup for Spittle. Spittle's met by a forechecker, but he'll regroup it. Find some time and space. Now he stretches it out to Nuccio. Nuccio's trying to fight through the check. Goes down to his knees. The Avalanche will play it in. Maurer will get there. Settle it. He's bodied up, but he gets through it. We'll push it up the boards. It's going to be kept in by the Avalanche. They walk in. Nuccio goes down to the shins again. Maurer knocks him off the puck. Playing heavy. Playing hard. He's there to hit and pin. Spittle's in there in support, but the Avalanche leak out the near side. But Spittle contains him outside that dot line. They walk it to the point. They walk it back down, and then Spittle steps in, forces them to play it in. Maurer will collect. Fazio will get there. He'll put it up the wall. Avalanche step through it. Following up was Fazio. We got away with a trip there. Nuccio collects. He plays it out into the center for Spittle. Spittle will regroup it, throw it forward. That'll get whistled for an icing, but it'll allow us to change the lines up. Can you test to see if you still got me? I don't know if I lost my feed. Roche, Pacelli, Carr, Shaner, Winton. Defensive zone draw to the right of Williams. Avalanche win it forward. Pacelli jumps through that lane, gets a stick on a Carr, gets a stick on it. He's going to skate this one out. Puck's on edge. He's trying to find it. He gets across the blue. They chip it up the wall. Avalanche collect and play it back into the neutral zone. Pacelli's there to challenge. He'll get it. He'll try to fight it out. It's kept in. Winton's going to collect. Ringing around the wall where Zabarski will get to it. Carr will step to that, win the battle. He's going to stretch it. He's got Pacelli trying to chip pass. He gets it through. He's got Pacelli with him. He gets across the blue line. Shaner following it up, keeps it active. He drives down the wall. He loads. He fires off the far wall. Winton will keep. He'll settle, try to get it back towards the net, stick down. Pacelli will collect it. Roche's in there to help. Plays it to Carr. Stick aside by the Avalanche. Roche gets back above it, but the Avalanche fight through it. They try to bulldoze it out. They stretch that ice. One-on-one here developing. They'll open up the play back across, but PHC had 4 white jerseys there. Actually, all 5. Winton tries to clear it across. They stay on sides. Shaner wins the puck battle. He'll chip it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello's got Pacelli and Roche driving center. He plays across the Pacelli on the back. He plays it back across. It's played in. It gets in the back of the net. So Pacelli will get credit for it as it was a pass across. But it's played in by the Avalanche. That is a hattie on the day for the money man, by my count. Look, you gonna waste the wild hat?
Pacelli had the assist with Roche at the goal.
Roche had the goal? All right. I'm getting corrected here. Roche has the goal. Pacelli has the assist. I thought he had the hattie. His big brother Luke in front of me, I thought he was going to waste a hat, but we're going to have to go to score sheet. See how they scored it. Good puck movement. Good speed entering that zone. Getting pucks and bodies to the net. So now we're playing. We got Pucharero, Spittle, Gerberbeck, Nunez, and Fazio. Avalanche will chip this one deep. Fazio will get back. That was the 5th strike of the day, so PHC 5-1. 11:54 left. Fazio will buy some time. He plays it ahead to Pucharero. Pucharero, Gerby, and Spittle. They enter on sides. It's dropped to Pucharero. He gets into that PSA. He loads up. Fires it. Hits a shin pad. Spittle will collect it off the end wall. We'll walk it out. Trying to play it out to the point, but it's stick down by the Avalanche, and they're going to come the other way. Avalanche will get to the red line. They'll dump it in. Williams gets out behind the net into that trapezoid area to stop it and settle it. Good pull by Fazio, and then he'll regroup it, trying to stretch it. It's offside. Trying to stretch it to Pucharero was stick down by the Avalanche, but when they collected it and tried to enter the zone, they still had a forechecker inside the zone. So neutral zone draw just outside the PHC defensive line. 11:18 left in this one. Pacelli, Rochi, and Nucciuk up front. Maurer, Shaner on the back end. Pacelli will collect. He's trying to chip past. Trying to find Rochi at the top. Gets pushed across. Nucciuk will collect. He'll play it back across looking for Pacelli. Pacelli chips it. Leaves it for Rochi. Rochi gains. He dangles past one, dangles past two. He loads, fires it on the net. Kick the side. Rochi will get there. It's played back down the center. It's going to get wide of Williams' net. So that'll be whistled dead for an icing. Will come 200 feet the other way. Offensive zone draw. To the right of the Avalanche goalkeeper. 10:51 left in this one. Now we got Spittle. Pucharero, Carr up front. Winton, Fazio on the back end. Pucharero coming off the boards with it. He'll leave it for Winton. Winton will go back down the boards with it. The Avalanche will step to it. They're going to try to lollipop this one out. Stick down and kept in. It's in Spittle's feet. He's trying to find it. Yeah, everyone's falling. Bodies are hitting the floor. The Avalanche will gain the line. They'll walk it in. PHC's back in full force playing defense, realizing we don't need any more goals. But it's played out in front. Fired in. Fought off by Williams. Carr will get it. He's going to play it ahead. Find Spittle, who leaves it for Pucharero. Fazio will join the rush. It's fired in. Spittle's going to collect this. He takes a look. Wins it to Fazio. Fazio will drive behind the net. Who gets the trip? Spittle? They call us for the trip? So they got them. I saw Spittle's hands go to the palms go to the ceiling. He just didn't want to come off. He wanted to stay out there. I was ready to lose.
No, one that
Dunlop's dude up. 10:04 left in this one. Rochi, Gerby, Pacelli up front. Shaner and Maurer on the points. Stop in. Tell him Dan Spittle sent you today. Pacelli's trying to find it. Collects it. We're going to go Dunlop's 2 dudes up. Let him touch it! Let him touch it! Let him touch it! They blow the whistle. So while we're screaming, let him touch it, rather than they would let us play in soft ice all day and take time off that clock. Now we get 1:12 of 2-man up. So we got Rochi, Pacelli, Gerberbeck up front, Zabarski and Maurer on the back end. 9:46 left. 2-man up for 1:12 unless we strike quick. A lot of time and space, so we just need to possess the puck, move it to that PSA. Gerberbeck plays it out in front. It'll get out. Maurer will collect on the sideboards. He'll leave it for Pacelli. Pacelli will walk with it. He'll play it to Rochi at the top. Rochi will play it back to Pacelli. So looking for Maurer in the front, but it's poked aside, but collected and kept in by Shane. Played it down the wall to Rochi. Rochi will play it across. Gets out in front. Stick aside by the Avalanche goalkeeper. Now they'll turn and they'll ice it. So that should get across the goal line. That should be an icing. We'll come back 200 feet. For the icing, 36 clicks left on the first one, 54 on the second one. So we are still 2 men up. This is where he's got Pucciarello, Spittle, Nucciuk up front. Witten and Fazio on the back end. Going back to Fazio. Fazio will put it ahead to Nucciuk. Fazio fires it in. Witten trying to collect it. Played into the corner, but Pucciarello will step off the wall with it. He's trying to center it. Kick this side by the Avalanche defender. Pucciarello gets it out to the point. Fazio will collect the walk. Who's trying to find a Nucciuk on that back post. Stick the side by the Avalanche. They play it ahead. Josh unable to keep it in, but he'll collect it calmly. He'll regroup in the neutral zone. He'll go D to D to Witten. Witten will walk it across the red line. Plays it to Fazio. They get one back. It's played across to Nucciuk. He'll chip it in. Avalanche will collect this one. They'll effectively kill out the second penalty. We got to watch if anything leaks behind us here. Pucciarello puts it off the wall. He collects it himself. He's going to start to step through. We're even up. Plays in, and the rebound goes in. Nucciuk puts the rebound in as the penalty expired. So it took us a full minute 30 to finally get a shot and a rebound opportunity put back. But Nucciuk tickles the twine. Extends the lead to 6-1. Ricci, Pacelli, Carr up front. Nunez, Shaner on the back end. 8:15 left in this one. 6-1 PHC. Pacelli will gain control of this puck. He'll turn with it. Tries to buy some time. We'll leave it for Shaner. Shaner's going to reverse it. Go back up the near wall to Pacelli. Kept in by the Avalanche. Shaner will collect it. The pressure will turn back up. Chips it ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to try to chip past. He's got Carr with him. Will stay on sides. Pacelli's 2-on-1 developing. He plays the Carr. Carr trying to play it back. Wanted it on the backhand. He gave it to him on the forehand, but Pacelli's on it. Carr's above it. Plays it to Pacelli. Pacelli walks out in front. He loads. He fires, and he goes that buck. There we go. Warming the hand, so there's no doubt about that. That's his third strike for sure on the day. Might be his fourth. The money man, the bank is open on Sundays. Oh, warm hands. He's around the fire. It's cold in here. It's cold in here. The stick is all fire. He's warming the hands. Fazio collects the draw, won by Spittle. Now we got Spittle, Gerbevec, Pucciarello up front, Maurer, and Fazio. Let's play it out. Gerbevec will collect it at the red line. He'll settle it down. Turn back onto his forehand. Plays it across to Fazio. Fazio will collect. He's going to play it ahead to Spittle. Spittle gets across the red line with it. Drags into the blue. Drops it to Pucciarello. Avalanche chip it aside momentarily. Gerbevec's in there. Pucciarello's in there to help him. Pucciarello driving down the wall to the corner. Throw it across to Fazio at that far point. He steps inside the circle. He fires. It changes direction. Spittle trying to put it back. Just gets wide. Fazio will collect it. He'll walk back down the wall. He'll load up, play it across. It's kicked aside, and now he got a 3-on-1 coming the other way. But Spittle and Fazio looking to close back. We got Maurer back there. It turns into 2-on-1. Loads up, fires, and the Avalanche tickle the twine for the second time today. So it's 7-2. That score right? 7-2. 6:36. Again, correction there would be we do not need any more goals. Don't need to be fancy. Don't need to pinch. Don't need anything. Play defense. Our goaltenders are used to seeing a lot of odd man rushes this season. Tellericio. Johnny Tellericio with the strike there. Max Roach, Nucciuk, Pacelli up front, Witten, and Shaner on the back end. So 7-2, 6:36. We do not need to make this interesting. We need to possess the puck and keep pucks deep. Avalanche collected. They're going to shoot down the center lane, but they'll dump it in. Kicked aside by Shaner, but the Avalanche collect at the top of the house. They play it back forward. They'll win it into the corner. Winton will try to get there. They'll reverse back up the wall. Play it out to the point. They load, they fire. Chipped in. Gets through the goal mouth. Shaner will collect on the far side. He'll play it back ahead. It's going to be kept in by the point. Play it ahead. Winton there to collect it. He'll play it ahead for Anuchuk. Anuchuk gets out into that neutral zone. Challenged along the boards. He's fighting. He's outnumbered. He's looking for support. Avalanche get it back through the neutral zone. It gets in the PHC's line. Shaner will collect. He'll use his own cage. He'll stop. Play it back to Winton. Winton will drag past one. He's got Pacelli. He sees him. He finds him. Pacelli's on the 2-on-1. He dangles. Plays it across for Anuchuk. Stick to side at the last second by the back checker, and now they're trying to stretch it, but Nunez gets into the center seam. He picks it off. He plays it back forward. They say we're south of the border, mama. And whistle is dead for the offside. So 5:37 left in this one. We'll change the lines out. We got Spittle, Carr, Puncherero, Fazio, and Nunez. Spittle wins this one. Carr puts it into the zone, but the Avalanche chip it back out. Spittle's there to collect. He plays to Fazio. Fazio plays to Nunez. Nunez gets to the red line. He'll drive it in, runs into the referee, but gets it into the zone where the Avalanche will try to play it back forward. Surfed off. Carr will go back to Fazio with it. Fazio plays it up to Puncherero. Puncherero's going to turn and leave it for Spittle. Spittle tries to drag it in, but he's surfed off by the Avalanche. They'll try to chip it back forward. They gain the line. They pull across the turn. They fire. Colton Williams makes a big glove save. Elevens. 2011. That was the 10s, and they went off to Academy, most of them. So the fifth, we have Rochi, Gerbevec, Pacelli up front, Shaner, Maurer on the back end. Maurer will play this ahead to Pacelli. Pacelli trying to hit Rochi. Avalanche stick it aside, and they're coming back, but we're back there with numbers, trying to stay in good position here. Maurer will collect it. He'll go off the end boards to Shaner. Shaner's trying to find it. He's outnumbered. Avalanche trying to win it, but Rochi arrives to help. He'll play it to Maurer. Maurer will let it go past him. Gerbevec will collect the hash mark. He'll play it back into the corner for Maurer. I'll get behind the net. Reverses in the traffic, but fights through it. Plays it off the boards to Gerbevec. Avalanche keep it in. You got to get these pucks out. Maurer will collect. Go off the board. Caught flat-footed. Avalanche keep it in. They get a line change. So now they get the sustained pressure, and Shaner will step and help. He's going to turn back up the wall. Gets it out into the center. He'll try to stretch it out to Pacelli. Too many! Pacelli will get it. He'll turn into the corner with it. Trying to find Gerbevec out in front. He'll collect it himself as it was stick to side. He'll win it back behind the wall where Gerbevec will step to it now. He's going to turn. He's going to drive in. He's hauled down. Arms don't go up. Play it forward. Kucher collects it coming off the bench. That's race one. It's one out into the center. He'll play it to Spittle. Spittle will gain the line. Drive down. Leave it back up for Puncherero, who tries to walk in, but the Avalanche chip past. Winton bodies up an Avalanche, and they get past. They walk back. Anuchuk challenges at the blue line, forces them to dump it in. Fazio will collect it. He loses the puck behind the net. And now we got penalty behind the play. There's a glove down. Not calling a goal, are they? Is that charging? Oh, interference. I thought he went here. Like, it's wrong sport, bro. Interference. Yeah, that's who we got. So, Logan Puncherero gets called for the interference away from the play. We'll man down 130. 2:59 left in this one. Hanging on to a 7-2 lead. Spittle and Anuchuk on the penalty kill. Witten and Fazio. Spittle challenging along the boards. Keeps it on the boards. He's there, winning the battle. He's outnumbered, winning the battle. And then the Avalanche chip back past their own defenseman, so Spittle will put the forecheck on. He'll make them turn back up the same boards. Loses an edge, and now we're coming the other way. Avalanche are going to drive in. They go horizontal at the line. They leave it. They enter the line. They turn. They fire. Hits Winton, but they collect the rebound. They fire it in. Williams called upon to make a huge stop, and he does. Avalanche trying to play it back down. It's collected by Fazio. He'll go off the wall. He finds Spittle leaking out there. Spittle's going to turn up. He'll slow things down. He'll get into the line. We'll pull up. We'll play it ahead for Anuchuk. He gets over his stick. Anuchuk will collect behind the net. We'll get off the end wall with it. He plays it back out in front off the paddle of the goaltender. It's chipped back forward. Zabarski will collect this one. He'll play it across to Nunez. Goes up the wall with it. Avalanche will push it in deep. Shane is going to try to get there. Carr lifts a stick as he's coming off the bench. Spittle gets into the lane. Nunez will step. He'll put it off the boards. Get it out, and that's going to be a nice dump as able to change the lines. The Avalanche hit the neutral zone with speed and numbers. They pull across the top of the zone. They fire it in. Kicked aside by Williams. Roche collects behind the net. He's going to hit the center seam. He'll dance back out. We're back to even strength. He's got Pacelli and Carr far side. He's going to drive in. Fires it to the net. Sticked in by Carr just wide. Roche tries to stuff it. It's loose. It's still loose. Still loose. And now they blow the whistle as it ends up on the back of the net. Good puck movement. Driving center lane. Pacelli was crashing there too. That's simple. You get pucks and bodies to the net. So now we have an offensive zone draw to the right of the Avalanche goalkeep. Roche, Pacelli, Carr up front, Maurer, and Fazio on the back end. Roche ties up. Carr jumps in there. Leaves it for Pacelli. Took back ahead. Roche stepped in, but it was sticked aside. Pacelli gains control. Tries to drag it in the corner of the Avalanche. Poke checking out. They're coming the other way. They're going to come through the neutral zone. We got jerseys back. Step and chows. They walk through. They poke it ahead. Pacelli puts it off the wall. Avalanche will keep it. Fazio trying to win it ahead, but the Avalanche leak behind. Play it back out in front. Carr will step and collect. He'll get back behind the net. He's looking to stretch it, trying to find Roche in the center. Sticked aside momentarily by the Avalanche, but Fazio following the play up, collects it. He'll gain the red line. He'll put it deep. Pacelli's going to get in on the forecheck. Carr tries to stay above it. He'll force him back up the boards. Romero will collect. He walks, settles, fires off a shin pad. Avalanche collect. They're going to try to stretch it the other way. They find the guy leaking behind. Joshua the flash. Fazio's there. They fire it in. Big trick save made by Colton Williams. The horn will sound in 3, 2, 1. PHC disrupts their perfect season in the AY. They take the win here declaratively. No doubt about it. Should have been if I was keeping track, it should have been the Avalanche's second loss on the season, as we had one called back on us 2 weeks ago. No doubt about it. We will see you next week, I think, live against the Pittsburgh Penguins here at Hollydale. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you next weekend. Thanks.